Let's make an all-natural pine cleaner. So today I'm out in the woods collecting a little bit of pine needles. This is white pine, and I am collecting some of these because we are going to whip up an all-natural pine cleaner. And you can add to this. You can do it very basic and simple, or make it as elaborate as you'd like. Pine cleaners have been made for hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of years, and it is so simple and easy to make. This is another one of those things that you're going to be like, holy cow, that is so easy. Literally, all you need is pine needles and vinegar. I am going to add citrus to it because I really like that orange scent, and I like the cleaning power of the orange essential oils. The vinegar extracts those essential oils, all of the oils out of here, and puts it into the vinegar, so then you're able to use that solution as a cleaning agent, which is wonderful. This is just like pine sol, anything like that, but all natural. So it's going to give you that pine scent. If you add citrus to it, it's going to give it that citrusy scent as well. So it'll be a pine orange or pine lemon. And we just take our peels. When we eat our oranges, just take the peels and throw them in a baggie. You can toss them in the fridge. They're fine for, I've had them 3-4 days in there if I know I'm going to be doing it soon. But if I'm not sure when I'm going to be making the next batch of cleaner, we'll just take these and throw them right in the freezer, and they're fine in there for months and months and months. So just whenever you use a lemon, an orange, grapefruit, anything like that, all of those citruses are going to work with this. And I really like the orange, and we eat a ton of oranges because we really like them. So we're going to jump in and put this together, and you'll be surprised how easy this really is. So all you're going to need is some pine needles and vinegar and a jar for this. I like to give my pine needles a little rinse to get off any debris, bugs, anything like that. So I've just got a few cups of water here, and I'm just going to take my pine needles and stick them right in the water. We don't have to soak these at all. We're just going to kind of swish them around, and then we'll pull them out, kind of shake off the water. Because we don't want too much water in here, but a little bit of water is not going to hurt. Some people use half vinegar, half water. I like to go with full vinegar in my and make like a concentrate, and then when I'm ready to use it, I can add water to it then. So we're just gonna kind of move these pine needles around, and you'll see little bugs, debris, and stuff like that in the bottom of the water, and know that you got off all that stuff that you didn't want. So we're just going to clean our bowl out a little bit with my dry hand. And we'll take these out and just kind of squeeze the, just kind of squeeze it a little bit and shake some of that water off there. So, because I don't like to have all that water in my jar. There's plenty of vinegar, so nothing's going to grow in here. Definitely. You're not going to have any problems. But you can see all kinds of little things. I don't know if you can see it, but there's all kinds of stuff floating in there. Little bugs, dirt, all kinds of debris. So I just like to clean that off. And then I'm going to take my nice clean mason jar. You do not need a mason jar for this. A pickle jar, whatever kind of jar you have with a lid is going to work. So I'm just using a wide mouth mason jar, so quart size, so I can get my hand in easily when I want to get that stuff out of there. And then I'm going to take my needles, and a lot of people, when they harvest their pine needles, they'll take the whole branch, but I like to just take the needles. That way I do as little damage to the tree as possible. And I just kind of break these in half, and you're just going to stuff these in the jar. That easy. So we just like to rip them a little bit, because when you cut them, and you can cut these in small pieces, but I don't bother getting the scissors out or anything. You could do this with your hands pretty simply and just stuff them in the jar. Doesn't have to be hard. Okay, so once you've got your pine needles stuffed in the jar, if I was doing just pine, I would do double the amount of pine that I put in there, probably 4 good handfuls. You want it to be, if you pack it really tight, you want it to be at least half the jar. But today I'm going to add orange to it because I really like that, and that's a personal preference thing. You do not have to add any citrus, but lemon peel, orange peel, grapefruit peel, all of those citrusy fruits are going to work, and you just need the peel for this. And I like to just break these up a little bit and put them in, because the more surface area, just like the pine, the more oils it's going to be able to extract. And when you take your peel and you squeeze it, you can see those little oils come out. So that's where all that good oil is that you really want. And you can just stuff these right in there, all those little pieces. We just eat the fruit and save the peels. You guys know me. Simple is my thing. I love to make things as simple as possible because life is so complicated. We don't need to add any more complications. And then once I have my peels and my pine in here, or just my pine, however you want to do it, I'm going to take just white vinegar. You can use apple cider for this. You can use homemade vinegar for this. Any vinegar you have is going to work for this. If you've got apple cider, it's going to look a little different and it's going to smell a little different in the end, but that's okay. And then we're just going to cover everything with vinegar. It's that simple. Once we have this covered over, I'll fill this right up. I like to fill it right up to the top, right close to the top as I can. And then I'm going to use a piece of parchment paper because I have trouble with the acid in the vinegar and metal lids. So instead of dealing with any of those troubles, I can take a piece of parchment paper, wax paper, whatever kind of kitchen paper you have, and just kind of throw it right over the top and then screw my lid on. And then I don't have to worry about the acid in the vinegar messing with the metal lid. You'll see if you do pickles or anything, if they sit for a really long time, you can see that acid chews at the lining of the inside of the lid. So this way I don't have to worry about that. And then I just take it and give it a good shake. And then you can take this and put it in your pantry, put it in a cool, dark, dry place, let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks, and then strain it out, and you've got a beautiful concentrated cleaner. Or if you don't want to wait that long, you can take this jar and put it in a sunny window for about 7 days, and it's going to give you the same effect. So if you want to do it quicker, use the window, a hot sunny window. Just stick it in the window, and it is going to, the vinegar extracts all the oil out of the pine and the citrus, so it makes a wonderful cleaner. And this is going to be really concentrated, so when I get this liquid out of here, I'm going to mix it. I'm going to put it in a jar, and when I put it in my spray bottle to use as a multi-purpose cleaner, I will mix it 1-to-1 with water. You can also add a little alcohol to this, which will give it more disinfectant properties. It's already very disinfectant with the pine and the orange. So adding to it is just going to give you a little bit more, which is wonderful. Multi-purpose cleaners are so simple and easy to make, and all you need is pine and vinegar, and I'm sure most everybody has access to some sort of pine, either in the backyard, down the street, in the park, somewhere. I'm sure you can find some pine. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!